live in the tropics, and we have to protect these things. And there's simple steps that we could take to actually protect ourselves in the Caribbean from climate change.
I think climate change is actually very serious, and we're not taking it as seriously as we need to, because by doing that we're making a big mistake that we won't be able to change in a little bit of time. It's a lot less time than we thought we had before, and we need to do something about that now.
I think it's like awful, like what we're experiencing, especially now. Like a lot of glaciers are melting that they've never seen before, or increasing maximum temperatures and also increasing minimum temperatures. And I feel like as a human race, because we played a part in climate change, we should also play a part in like trying to fix that.
I think climate change is bad because it's already doing so much damage, and then after we are adding a lot more pollution on it, it's making it even worse. And the air, I mean, it may seem clean, but it's actually very musty, and we have to take a lot more care of our environment.
About education, I would talk to it, like implement it in school and try to educate as many young children as we can so that they could understand what climate change is, because a lot of students don't know what climate change is, and ways that they can substitute things in order to benefit our climate and hopefully renew it.
It's more like electric cars. Like in the future I feel like it should be all electric cars so that there's no more major pollution. We got companies that are still using fossil fuels that can switch over to electric, but it's more money, so yeah.
Pollution, really, yeah. And the animals, they can't, survive in their natural environment. I feel like we're burning a lot of fossil fuel that we don't really need, and yeah.
Global warming, the ice caps are melting. Yeah, air pollution in New York, like when you go to other places, you can see stars at night in New York.
One of the biggest issues that we have in the Virgin Islands, and I think in the Caribbean, is garbage disposal, like plastic bottles. When people finish drinking plastic bottles, they want to throw it on the ground. The same way with bottles.
Just teach it in school so that people grow up knowing that they can change.
Little small steps, that will help us in the long run, will help the next generation to be more eco-friendly, to stop so much waste, you know what I mean?
Students, especially at a younger age, should be more informed about sargassum and seaweed and what it's doing to the environment and how we can make use of it instead of just letting it be around, and also just more informed about pollution and different things that would make an impact on our environment, especially here in the Caribbean, because we have a direct influence to the sea and all the ecosystems in the ocean. So if we were to educate younger children, they would grow up to know as adults that this is important and we need to take care of this.
Not to instill fear in them or anything, but just to bring about awareness that would create a change.
I think climate change is one of the most dangerous threats we face together as a global community. I know in 2050, we're going to have to wear special face masks because of the air quality created by all these carbon footprints and carbon emission. And I know a lot of us right now are suffering having to live through masks, so I can't even imagine how we're going to be in 2050 when we can't even walk outside without having to check the air quality.
It's a good idea to bring about that idea for students to learn about it and stuff.
I'm very worried, because so many of the beautiful traits of the world that we love are not going to be the same anymore, and because we keep ruining them for capitalist objectives that are very temporary and very small-minded, very myopic for only the 1% of the people who live there. So yeah, I think we need to be taking it very, very seriously.
I believe it's real, it's happening as we speak, and people need to be more mindful, because only the people can fix it, because the people are the ones who created it.
I think a lot of people are, which is very grateful, but I think a lot of these large corporations, it can't just be the people who are using paper straws instead of plastic straws. It has to be the big corporations who are leaving these remarkable footprints on our planet, and they need to start taking accountability and really thinking about what they're doing to our children.
Let's say they have turtles all around us, and we throw plastic bags. You can choke them, and you'll not have any more turtles to mate and things.
Everybody's talking about climate change. Nothing has been done. All the rivers are getting clogged. The garbage, the plastic is going into the water. water, the fishes are eating it, the fishes are dying, the birds are dying.
Well, it's been affecting, and I see a lot of difference happening from the time that I had understanding and I was born.
I think there's a lot we could be doing to, help the a lot more we could be doing, especially since it's getting hot and everybody feeling it.
We have an island where you have sunshine, you have wind, but yet still you hardly see any solar panel on any house.
I see a lot of difference in even the ocean because I'm a fisherman, and I see lots of difference in the ocean, even that the tide is coming up and higher.
The education system has to put an emphasis on environmental issues.
Because like Gavin said, it's real and the people are causing it.
Even if the earth is our home, it's not ours, we still have to take care of it. It's not something we can just make use of and leave. We have to protect the earth and make sure that we're being respectful with the home that we have, because we don't have a second option.
I think that needs to be taught in schools. I think that's the first step, because these kids are going to be going into majors and they're going to have this understanding of climate change and being able to apply their studies into the real world, and that's what it's really all about.
That's what we lack. We don't really have anything to bring out the creativity in the youth here.
Climate change is bad because we don't take care of the atmosphere. So if you're not taking care of it and you're adding more harmful things to it, it'll get even worse.
Climate change is bad because, like we've said earlier, that causes a lot of damage to the environment, and especially right now, most of us are not taking care of the environment like we should.
But they should have more activities so that we could actually get into it and enjoy it and learn something more about it.
I think that we should be able to be in the environment a bit more often than staying in the classrooms, and we should get more time to actually feel and be in it to realize what it actually does.
What I really want the Prime Minister to do right now to give more education for free. You don't have to pay anything for any education.